Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday, everyone.
You are now tuned into another episode of Cultivating Conversations with DP Squared. This the B, the big D, the little D.
This is Batman. This is
No.
Batman.
No.
What?
I'm Batman. You're
Batman.
the
2.0.
Batmobile.
The
Yeah.
Batmobile. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you're annoying.
Hello, everyone.
How's everybody doing today?
Doing well, actually. Thanks for asking. It's actually a big day today. You know.
Why is it a big day?
Whenever we go live, it's a big day. So
okay.
we here.
Yes, period. Hey, Jacob.
I'm looking fitted.
Hey, Darius. What?
I'm looking good.
Who got the better fit? I think it's me.
It is from Top from Sheen.
Top is not from Sheen.
Bottom from Sheen. Top from Sheen.
No, Top is from.
Yeah.
I don't remember. It wasn't from Sheen, which is okay. The girlies love Sheen.
I know where it's from.
No, the Top is from. I don't know.
Well,
Bottoms is from Target. Thank you.
We don't need to see that. Okay. Well, ask me how I'm doing.
Wagwan.
Been well.
Mm-hmm.
Been happy.
Mm-hmm.
Been staying up to par with myself day to day.
Good.
Been staying disciplined.
So
nice. That's always a good thing to have.
Hey, mother. Mm-hmm.
So I'm a switch it back.
I am not a Sheen ambassador. Don't play with me.
Definitely a Sheen ambassador.
No, I'm not.
they be like, where the Top from? Sheen.
Bag Sheen, bottom Sheen, hat Sheen, like purse Sheen.
Everything.
Anyways.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good today. Ran on the track with my coworkers today. That was a lot of fun.
Right. If they believe that.
No, we really did. So that's why I'm kind of tired, low key.
How long?
What do you mean? Like we ran, then we walked, then we ran, then we walked. So it was 8 laps total.
It's not bad.
You didn't work out today, so
I didn't.
Okay, so
I worked my mind out though. This is the strongest muscle in your body.
Okay, so what did you do to work out your mind?
Research.
Okay, perfect. Okay, speaking of research.
I
have a trivia question
for people.
And don't look it up.
They can't look it up. They're on their phone.
Oh,
hopefully not.
Okay.
Ask away.
What do you think was ranked number 1 as the happiest country in the world?
Listen up. Repeat it again.
Okay. What do you think was ranked the number 1 as the happiest country in the world?
Number 1.
Not the 2. Not the 2.
Okay, let them think.
A guess is that it was not the United States.
That's your guess?
I'm saying that's my guess that I'm giving.
Okay. And all right, let them ponder.
Oh, not a guess, a hint. A hint. That's the hint I'm giving.
They shouldn't be able to see my notes.
Brandon says Denmark.
Okay.
I think it was high up there.
All right, so why do you think on that?
Uh-huh.
Let's talk about what the month is.
Okay, May is Mental Health Awareness Month.
Right.
And because it's Mental Health Awareness Month, I wanted to, first of all, get your mother for her. Because that is not a country.
Hawaii. She's wild.
Right.
It's a
somebody needs to go back to school. We're not gonna.
Yeah, you might want to delete the comment.
Darius says Finland. Did you look that up or did you?
Hey, just let the answer boil.
Okay. Brandon said, I know it's a Nordic country. I don't know what Nordic means. Can you explain?
I think that's like those like.
Hey, Auntie Dana.
Like the Viking countries.
Oh.
Like Iceland. No, well, Iceland is over here.
Don't you know what?
Anyways, okay, go ahead, explain.
But because of Mental Health Awareness Month, we kind of want to dig a little deep and talk about like, is it our responsibility? Are we responsible for our own happiness, or are our outside factors, should they be responsible for making sure that we're happy? Meaning like the government and like your family, your friends, or is it our responsibility to like make sure that we're happy? And like what plays on your happiness?
While talking about our too.
Well, we're also talking about our own experiences.
Yeah,
and
which will hopefully help them say some things too.
Yeah, we want to hear your thoughts as well.
Right. So. Been a big advocate for this years back.
Mm-hmm, so for sure.
It's basically the same concept, but with a little bit more.
For sure. Because we always talk about mental health, but we kind of want to like take it from this act. But the right answer is Finland.
Don't know how he knew that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I wonder how he knew that. Yeah.
Right.
Google.
You looking it up?
Yeah.
But and so what do you think the U.S. ranked?
Yeah, that's another good question.
Like out of,
to me,
I don't know how
we preach prosperity all the time.
Right. We preach the American dream. You come here for like happiness and more possibilities and stuff. Yeah. So
you would hope that it would be high. So we'll see.
Yeah. We'll see. Let us know what you think.
So should we talk about Finland?
Brandon says he thinks they ranked 23.
Shout out Finland.
Shout out Finland, man. But why we shouting them out? Like why did they?
Finland, right?
Yeah.
This is what I first saw with Finland.
Okay.
You know, because we were thinking about doing this for a while now, a few months back, and to really get in the groove of things of Finland, you know, we went there to really learn their culture. So
such a liar. We did not go to Finland, because if we did, I would not be back here.
Wow. No, but seriously, this is what I first saw. You know, of course we didn't go.
Yeah.
But they have a 91% rate of Finnish people. Finnish. I think that's
like the people who are from there is 91%.
Right. And they are homogeneous, which means they all look the same. They're all basically all European, you know, majority white skin color, probably basically all, right? So that was the first thing I noticed, right? And for them being the happiest, I'm not saying correlating it to white, but I'm correlating it to all being the same race. And I want to ask you to start off, right?
Yeah.
That would be impossible to do in the US.
Yes, because it's a melting pot for sure.
Right. So what I'm trying to ask you is, do you think them all being the same race causes them to be the happiest country?
I'm gonna say it depends. I would say no, because even within cultures, like even within the same race, people are like mean to one another.
That is true.
So, and hate on one another for different reasons. But would that be the case if it wasn't for the outside factors? Like, let's just say with racism, but that wouldn't even be or like colorism wouldn't even be a thing if you didn't have people trying to compare themselves to other race, or like because they have those benefits.
They don't have that problem.
Right.
Which that there in theory is no racism in their own community. Maybe if you see an African American person, then racism may occur, but like actually in the community, there's no direct racism because you all look the same. So
maybe
that is
that's a good point.
But I'm saying I'm trying to say that's impossible to have here,
right? And especially because America is built on racism.
True. So I'm saying in the same sense is like how can you really in theory compare the two countries?
Yeah, I mean you really can't So America was ranked number 15, and I think they were ranked number 16 last year. So you can't really like compare them because it's just totally different like situations. Yeah. But I feel like there are certain things that America could adopt or learn from Finland as to why like a lot of Americans aren't happy.
Yeah, one of the heaviest problems I've seen was their way of living, our way of living compared to theirs.
Yes,
they are very fine with being born in middle class and dying in middle class. There's no real urge to get to the top because there's no difference between the bottom wealth and the top wealth. Everyone is kind of in this big median that doesn't really fluctuate high or defluctuate super low.
Yeah. So do you think that's like? Do you think that because of course in America the reason why people want to climb the ladder most of the time is because it's more money and because you have more like status in the country in America. So if that wasn't the case, do you think that people wouldn't care to like level up?
That's what I'm saying.
But is that wrong? Like
that's
you know
what
I mean?
That's what I was going to piggyback on. Well, I mean, do you want to first?
No, go ahead.
What I was going to say is that even though we're in America, who in theory wants to live like that?
Right.
Like,
who wants to just live like
being content in that type of lifestyle? It doesn't really fill me with any type of like gratitude or joy. So hypothetically speaking, why would I not want to be more of myself compared to just living the same lifestyle day to day? No matter if that makes the country happy, how does it make you feel? Yeah. You know, even with
that's true.
all these outside factors.
Yeah. I mean, it's true. I guess I wonder how much like internal motivation I would have to be better if it wasn't for like the pressures of society though.
That's true.
Like if I think a lot of us, if we could just live peacefully and coast by without that you would, because like why not? Right. But if you could be as fulfilled and happy as possible in that way, I mean I don't think I would be mad at that.
Right, opt out to not live that way.
No.
Because I mean people glorify like the better things in life always at all times.
Right.
Here.
Right.
So I mean, if it wasn't like that, and everybody just kind of accepted the lifestyle that's already being lived between everyone,
yeah,
I think that would decrease like, you know, inequality. You know, like what is it like? What is it when wealth equal like wealth equal inequalities?
like disparities. I don't know.
Yeah, like disparities, but like social ranks,
like wage gaps,
wage
and stuff,
gaps,
or all that.
just
Yeah,
a lot of things that come into play. And another thing was they averaged 37 hours a week working. In the US,
that's it.
The US is 44. That's the average too.
Jesus.
So I think it's a lot of things that I think they do. They have free healthcare, free education,
Yeah.
Low crime rates. But the idea that I'm thinking is, if they preach good community, that's the response you get. If there's something coming out every year that says you're the number one happiest country, wouldn't you want to keep up to that?
Yeah.
You wouldn't do crime. You wouldn't hurt the person next to you. You know, you wouldn't be racist, or because you want to keep up that same thing. You know.
So why isn't America?
Right.
Why do you think a lot of Americans aren't happy? Okay, first of all, are you happy?
In general, yeah. In general, yes.
Why? I
think that I'm happy because I'm content with my life at this point. I feel like I've done enough right now that I don't feel any regret in the past. And I feel like I haven't hindered myself from inexperiencing things for the future or in the present. Now, if we're saying I'm not happy big wise, because I feel like there's always more,
right?
Which I think is also a problem that Americans have, of always not being satisfied.
Right.
So are you happy?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm happy, but I also try to like be sympathetic to people, because I feel like I can be happy because I don't have to worry about certain things.
Okay,
like
that's true.
Some people stress about money.
Yes.
Some people stress about like not have been able to go to school, right, or unhappy about that.
Right.
Some people are unhappy because like you in a bad relationship. Like there are reasons, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, you can like certain people can be it's like a privilege to be happy.
That's true.
So what can we do as people to like make yourself happy if you know that certain things are going to always get in your way of your happiness, but like what can you do to try to at least make certain days as good as they can possibly be?
Yeah, I would say always try to remain present, and it's hard to do.
Yeah.
But continuing to remind yourself, like as much as you remind your mind that there's a problem in the future, you can remind yourself to stay in the moment. Like, because the amount of times you tell yourself to worry about something, you know you're gonna keep worrying about it, of course.
Yeah.
So if you were to refrain from that and tell yourself to stay present, then you would continue to live in the moment. Because at many times when we live in the past and you just keep thinking about all your regrets and all the things you did wrong, everything you did is beating you up, your current self, when your old self did it. It's like, how can you blame yourself now for doing something like that?
And I think something that people can do too, if you're around other people as well, is like, don't remind people of the things that you think that they're like stressed about.
Yeah.
As far as, let's just say, if I knew that you made a mistake or something like that, like why would I keep reminding you of that? Why wouldn't I try to like help you in that area of your life, or do things with you so we can have fun? Or, you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So if you're around people and you know that they struggle with certain stuff or whatever, I mean, we all do. So like just try to be that person in someone's life that doesn't add on to what they already feel about themselves. Like try to make them feel a little bit lighter during that day. I think it's something that we can all work on for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Akiana said, y'all have a message today. Period. Yeah. Because like I think people always want to like, I feel like we get beat up a lot of times because, oh, you know, like mental health, but a lot of things I feel is not our fault for why we sometimes walk around so angry or stressed or like depressed and stuff.
Definitely. But it's like,
but we have to take responsibility for it.
Because if it's affecting you, you can't ignore it and say that it's not happening because it's not there in front of you. Even though it does affect you, still have to address it in some way. And it's crazy because I guess the root of the real problem when I was watching this semi documentary, it was like 15 minutes, but it was kind of like a doc. And the guy was saying is that we see things as just monetary. Like you see a tree outside and say, how can we make a house? Or you see a field and say, how can we get the oil under it? You're not looking at things for what they are actually worth. You know, you're looking at it for what it can do for you. I think if people understood how they can not always seek benefit in things, it would help
You better preach.
Facts. It will help everyone.
Yeah.
Just in the bigger type outlook.
You know? I agree for sure.
Just,
for sure. Especially, and that goes into I think one of the things I had read for Finland, they were saying that they spend a lot of time outdoors and in nature and soaking up like vitamin D and stuff like that. I always say Black people wasn't meant to be in the cold. That I'm gonna stand by that. Or maybe humans in general, I don't know.
That's why I got melanin though.
True. Because even when I was living in upstate New York, like I feel like I experienced seasonal depression and like just, you know, being alone, being whatever, like the weather affected my mood and stuff. And then having more sunlight, being able to go outside, taking runs with my coworkers and stuff like that, it has a huge change on how I feel on a day-to-day basis. So I think people need to take more advantage of like our outside natural resources for sure.
Definitely. And
some people don't have that opportunity.
Yeah, right. As I said, it's definitely hard to with it seems like so many buildings, especially in the city.
That's a fair point.
Like you feel like you're always just controlled by something in some way because you're just always surrounded by these buildings. Like there's nowhere to breathe.
That's true.
Sometimes
so what can you do? Like, okay, if you live in like a city for real, like where could you go? Like, how can you feel that you're experiencing the
right?
What could you do?
I would have to just say in your own way. You have to just kind of feel like it. True. Because like there's nowhere really to go.
True.
Because everywhere around here, at least where we are, and then the neighboring areas, is like strictly big buildings and cities. You just gotta kind of find it in yourself. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, hey, yeah, you're right. Listen to the bird sound joints they be having on YouTube.
Yeah, or like just something, or just like be one with the noise or something. Like just whatever you hear is just whatever it is. I mean, live in your environment, I guess.
Yeah, you don't have to because control chaos for sure. But do you think that? What do you think? Because I mean, we ain't here to try to like. What? We can't change the American government.
No.
So like, what do you think? Why do you think that America doesn't like we don't have the free healthcare and all that stuff, free tuition and all that? College is so like
I personally think is, and even Finland, I think Finland may have a true democracy compared to the U.S. We don't have
it's a fake one,
right? It's a fake one that is just like it's just put in front of you for the people that are lower class, middle class, you know, maybe like lower middle class, because. Honestly, the things that the government does and the people that are they're doing it for these higher up companies that are paying, and the media that is putting them in a good light, or you know, that are paying them, or that they pay, or like vice versa. They're doing the laws and the regulations for them. The president, I feel, is chosen for people, not the people, but for for the higher up people,
the smaller percentage of.
Right, because they are the ones that like majority control the money, the wealth. The U.S. like the top percenters are.
Do you think America's
earners?
That's true. Do you think America's actually like crumbling before our eyes, where people like we're not really like noticing it? Like I feel like America's losing its power a little bit.
Just in general.
Yeah, like they keep saying our money is not going to be worth as much anymore. Banks are like crumbling.
Right.
Like we're losing resources because of other countries, you know.
I honestly believe the whole world is crumbling. Yeah, just generally, I think everything's on the decline. That's how I feel about it. I don't really necessarily feel it's just one, but I feel like it's all. It's kind of people in general are losing their sense of mind.
Yeah, that's true.
Like just naturally, like just coming to a decline.
We need to go on a cultivate
world tour,
or reach inside Cultivate Everyone retreat or something.
Facts.
Get our
that'd be nice.
Right?
Go to like camp outside or something.
Yeah, let's go camping or something.
You won't camp. I don't know why.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm saying that. But okay. About
your mental health. Like,
right. I think we should jump straight to that.
Okay.
Like, let me get my notes. I can see my notes now.
Jeremy's a notes guy.
I'm a notes guy, but 2023 / into 2022 mental health. Like I said before, I've been practicing discipline in smaller things that allows you to then trust yourself. I feel when you understand your gut, or just little things that you learn in different situations, to begin to rely on yourself more than others. So each day I've just been doing certain things that will, you know, keep like a training in my mind to understand that if I believe in myself to not do this, like in discipline wise, or continue to do this each day,
Mm-hmm.
then I will then trust myself to then what I say is true. That's how I'm feeling right now.
What's an example? Do you have anything that you are open to sharing that has to do with like that discipline, or you don't have to? I was just
not necessarily like not necessarily I want to share.
Okay, that's cool.
But it's just things
that's like an idea, like that's like
but actually it's something I can
concept
share. It is something I can
Okay.
share. Do you want to go say something first? It might take a little bit.
About my mental health. I mean, I think, like I said, I think for me and probably most people too, the weather has a lot to do with like how I feel and how much access I have to other people who look like me, like at my other university. And I mean, I went to a school that was majority white and all that, so I'm like used to it. It's fine. But it is a different sense of like community and warmth that I feel being around more people of color at my current job. And I can maybe just be like a placebo in my head that's not real, but like I think it is something special about it.
If a placebo is happening and it's benefiting you or not, then it's real in a way,
So I feel like my mental health has significantly increased because of the people that I've been able to be around. That's why I'm trying to say people have it's not people's responsibility to take care of mental health, but I think we all have like that social responsibility to make sure that we're treating the people around us in a good way, because you don't know how it really affects people. But I mean, I do want to take more accountability for my own mental health, because I can't rely on other people to like make me happy. But I'm just saying it has definitely contributed to the reason why I feel so like
understanding who to hang around to.
For sure. That's basically what I mean. Yeah. Like being conscious of that. But go ahead.
Okay, so in December had that issue. Remember when we went to South Carolina? The wood incident.
Yes. Oh my God.
Right? So that put me in like a internal discomfort like phase for a while. Like sometimes it still happens now sometimes, but it's way less, right? But it heightened my mental stress when I was in school.
Like anxiety or
just anything, right? Okay. Because like my body will react a certain way. Let's say if I was in class, right? My body will react a certain way and I couldn't even focus in class, hypothetically speaking.
Yeah.
And then like in either situation, you'd be in class and then I'll go to the web, I would do it. Then this. So sometimes the next day or days after, I didn't want to go back to the same class because before I even got to class, I was feeling that way. Before I even arrived in class, I was like, I know how I'm gonna feel. I'm already feeling.
Let me prevent that.
Prevent that from even going, so it doesn't get worse. So I was really I wasn't in a bad state mentally, but sometimes when I was alone and my mind was on that, I was in a bad state.
Yeah,
I couldn't focus on just small things because I was focused on my body. And inside, not outside. But what I'm trying to say over time has I've been putting myself in uncomfortable situations
and working through it,
right? Because I didn't want to continue to be comfortable in an uncomfortable state,
right?
So I just put myself in the uncomfortable situations that made me feel that.
Because what they always say, which is I applaud you for that, is like what they say is that uncomfortability is going nowhere. So you have to learn how to navigate it.
Right. So like if I continue to feel uncomfortable and just stay, let's say, in my room and not go to class, I will always feel that way.
Right.
So I just started going back to class, started to feel better. But for a long time, it was just like that day really traumatized me, like really bad. And like when I even drove in the car with my friends at school, sometimes I would get like mental flashbacks of like feeling that way. I get like super sweaty and like hands super sweaty and just feeling super uncomfortable. And like that was new for me.
Yeah.
Because before that, it could be a simple thing like sitting down in a chair. Like
that will make you
feel that way. Or sitting, laying back in the bed on my back. And I would feel that way. It's like I couldn't even sleep sometimes.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to get at is doing things that made me feel that way stop making me feeling that way.
Right.
Going out of my comfort zone.
So do you feel like it has improved, or
it's
like
improved
it's a journey?
Drastically. It definitely is still a journey, but it's improved so much because at one point it was feeling it like all day. Like, literally when I woke up to when I went to sleep, unless I was doing something that got my mind off of it.
Right.
Now it's like
it comes
sometimes, but then I can just
you can like flow through it.
Right. But it's so weird because when it's internally in you and not something that is like if it's outside affecting, like it's your girlfriend that's making you anxious, I can just cut that.
Right.
But when it's literally in me or my mind constantly, I can't.
You have to deal with it.
Exactly.
I think that can relate to so many aspects of everyone's life, like things you try to avoid, things you try to like stop yourself from reminding, stop yourself from thinking about it and stuff like that. It's like it's gonna always creep up if you don't deal with the root of the problem.
Right.
So I commend you for sharing your experience with
That's
that.
That's what I've been going through.
And to know that it's always going to be a journey. And if it's not one thing, it'll be another. Facts. So it's good that you're trying to find the tools to like work through it. For
definitely.
Sure. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, but I'm doing great now.
Yeah, it's good. I'm glad.
Better. The time always heals.
Time.
That's the quote of the day. Because I used to hear that. I was like, that's cap. But it's actually true.
It's actually true. It takes time.
Because you think you never get
and
out of those
you can't beat yourself up about if things aren't happening as fast as you would hope. Like it takes time for sure. And you just have to take it day by day, like moment by moment. Sure. And that's just how you get through life, honestly.
For sure.
Yeah.
Everything's a step-by-step basis.
For sure. But yeah, I think one thing that I want to do moving forward for mental health is continue working out. I feel like that has really
definitely it makes you feel great.
Yeah, it's been making me feel good lately. So shout out to Dion, he made me a workout plan. Also my coworkers want to like run twice a week.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So,
especially when you have positive people around you.
Yeah, for sure.
That are willing to, even like at work, that's not normal.
So
like
a lot of people think my work situation is so unorthodox.
Yeah.
But we do genuinely like each other.
Yeah, that's which is good. It's like,
and if you don't have people to do stuff, but you still got to do it. Like you can't stop yourself from.
Yeah, because it means I hear people like your coworkers are not your friends, but I don't really believe that. Like, I understand that there's a line, but you can also be respectful and kind to the people that makes you feel like they're your friends.
Yeah.
Like, at the same time, like, you understand that yes, it's work, but like you have people at work that you can count on. Then you have work most of the day,
right? And I think that's something that has been stopping our like natural human nature is like trying to stop yourself from liking people because you work with them or because you this and that. It's like if we're going to be true humans, if you have a connection with somebody, you have a connection with them, and you just can't do anything about that. So, but yeah, is there one thing that you want to either continue doing or start when it comes to your mental health?
Continue doing. I would like to continue working out.
Yeah,
I guess that's a regular going. I like to continue working out, and I want to read more books.
Yeah,
I want to read a lot more books. I actually got some books coming in from friends that I didn't buy them.
Nice. Oh, your friends bought you books?
No, like they already had them.
Oh, okay.
I asked them, can I read them?
Got you.
Or those coming in because I just kind of want them.
Did you ever get your other book back? 7 Spiritual Laws?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I just want to like read more. There's no real reason. I just want to.
Yeah. Just want to read.
More. Yeah. Because I feel like you as much as you're on your phone, you can pick up a book. That's kind of my thing.
Fair. So, yeah. All right, so working out.
Oh, what about the new thing?
Oh, a new thing? New thing. I just want to continue because for a while when I first moved back, I wasn't doing this and I could tell how much it affected me. So I just want to continue to keep up with my self-care stuff. Like getting my toes done, hair done, eyebrows done.
Feeling your best.
Yeah, like I want to feel my best.
Yeah, definitely.
For me, of course, it's for me. But what's that? Oh yes, I just want to. I feel like that really does impact my mental health. Not because I think I look ugly when I'm not like that or something like that, but it feels good to just pour into yourself when you pour into other people.
Right. So. It's more pouring other people. Brandon said therapy is good stuff from his personal experience.
Yeah, I definitely want to.
You did some of that.
Yeah, I did it during the pandemic for sure. I need to get back on it while I'm on my parents' insurance, so I can good before that. They kicked me off of that joint. So yeah, I want to definitely get back into that too because it was good. But I think I stopped going to her because she was going through her own stuff, personally, which everyone goes through their own stuff. Yeah, but it was stopping her from giving me the services that I felt I needed. So I just had to which is okay. She was younger. I think she was still figuring out herself. So that's okay. But it just took me a while to try to find somebody else. But
I hear that.
You know what I'm saying? When you look good, you feel good.
Definitely,
Facts.
it's 1,000% true.
Feels good to pamper yourself. It does.
It
And we
do.
can't always do it. It's like, I'm trying to find things I can do small stuff every day, but it's so hard. It's like,
yeah,
it was for months where I had not done anything for myself. So anyway, do you have anything to plug?
I don't have anything to plug.
Okay.
I hope you found out why you are happy or aren't happy in this podcast. That was the whole point, baby.
Reflecting on that.
Right? But new video should be dropping on Thursday.
New YouTube video.
New YouTube video. So be on the lookout for that. I know everybody just loves seeing our faces.
They love seeing my face.
Yeah, so you'll see that again on YouTube, which you should go watch.
Yeah, and if you haven't watched the YouTube videos, definitely catch up on them at Reach Inside, Cultivate Everyone. De'Ari does a good job editing our videos and takes a long time doing them, and he's been getting better and better every time. So that's another way of like following our journey through life. But yeah. Oh, my plug is shout out to my good girl Marie for doing my hair. Period.
You had your hair done. That looks nice.
Thank you. And yeah, it didn't take that long either. So
What's
shout out
the
to her.
called?
I don't know. Did I wear our braids? I
don't
know. I really don't know.
Don't tell people the sauce.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'm not that person. If people want to know what it is, I really don't know what it's called. It's part. Yeah, like what? Oh my God, he's like his predator glasses.
Chill, bro.
All right. Sorry.
Oh my God.
But Brent said I've always said everyone could use some couch time for sure. Anybody know some Black women therapists out there? Let me know. But anyways,
I'm good.
You're ugly. We thank you guys so much for tuning in to another week.
Yeah. What else?
Let us know if there's any topics you ever want us to talk about, or if you ever want to join the podcast and be a guest co-host, that you can always do that too.
Who wouldn't want to meet me?
But anyways, until next time, which is next week, we will see y'all later. Let us know if you need anything, but really just call De'Ari because I don't feel like answering. So I just like, all right, y'all. We love y'all and peace.
We'll see y'all next week.